then it will give me 10. Okay, because the size of the array is 10. Okay, so the length, we can use the length to know the size of the array. Now looping through the array, that is moving from working on the array. Now following code sums the number in the array called ABC. Now looping in the array, we can use a for loop, okay, to process the array. Okay, for example, you want to calculate the sum of all the elements of an array. You want to calculate sum of all the elements of an array. Then you can calculate by using a for loop. Let's say for example, I'll declare an array called ABC, the new int of 5 with 5 elements. Okay. The first thing is a declaration and allocation. So what will happen in the memory? An array will be created with 5 elements with the index 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, the name of the array is ABC and it is referring to this elements. Initial values will be 0, as we all know, because it is of type integer. The next step is to assign the values to the array. In assigning, we can use a for loop. Okay, starting from 0 to the length of array minus 1. Okay, the length of the array is 5. 5 minus 1, 4. So we can use a for loop. For int I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Okay, then we can assign the values ABC of I is equal to some values. Okay, let's say for example I into 2. I into 2. Now what happens here when I is 0, ABC of I is ABC of 0 is equal to I into 2, that is 0 into 2, that is 0. So the first value will be 0. The second value, when then I will become 1. So when I become 1, ABC of 1 will be 1 into 2. 1 into 2 is 2. So here the second value will be 2. Then next I becomes 2. So ABC of 2, that is this one, is equal to I is 2 into 2, that is 4. So here the value will be 4. And the next I becomes 3, ABC of 3, which is this one. So it is value of I is 3, 3 into 2 will be 6. So at the fourth position it will have the value 6. The next I becomes 4. So ABC of 4, which is this one. So I is 4, 4 into 2, 8. So the value will be taken over here is 8. Now this is how we initialize the array by using a for loop. Okay. The next, you want to display the array or you want to print the array values. After the assigning, you want to print the array values. You can print again by using a for loop. Again by using a for loop, you write another for loop for int I is equal to 0, starting from 0, I less than the size of the array, I plus plus. Then you write system.out.println ABC of I. So what it will do? It will print the values of the array. ABC of 0, that is 0. ABC of 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so like this, here you want to add all the elements of the array. Okay, you want to add the elements of the array. For example, you want to add all these elements. So how do you add? Again we use a for loop. For int I is equal to 0, I less than the size of the array, I plus plus. Okay, we say sum is equal to sum plus abc of I. So sum is equal to sum plus abc of I. Initially sum will be 0, sum is equal to 0. So what happens here? Let's take sum over here, or let's take here. Sum is 0. So when it comes to I as 0, I less than 5 is true. Sum is equal to, sum is what? 0. 0 plus ABC of I. I is what? 0. ABC of 0. ABC of 0 is the first element, that is 0. So 0 plus 0 is 0. Sum will be again 0. Then again it will go, I becomes 1. So sum is 0, 0 plus ABC of I is 1. What is ABC of 1? 2. This is 1. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. This is 4. So it is 2. 0 plus 2, 2. Now sum is 2. Again it goes for I as 2. I2, sum is 2. 2 plus ABC of I, that is ABC of 2, which is 4. 2 plus 4, 6. Now sum become 6. Now I goes to 3. Sum is equal to sum plus, that is 6, plus ABC of 3. What is ABC of 3? 6. 6 plus 6, it is 12. Now sum becomes 12. Then again I moves to 4. I4, sum is 12 plus ABC of 4. ABC of 4 is 8. 12 plus 8, 20. Now sum becomes 20. Then I goes to 5. 5 less than 5 is false. It will come out of the loop. Now what is the value of sum? It is 20. So this is how we can process an array, or we can traverse, or we can uh, go through the array by using a for loop. So to process an array, to insert the elements into the array, to display the elements of the array, to add the elements of the array, to find the element in the array, we use for loop. So to all the processes related to the array, or all the actions related to the array is done by using the for loop. Okay. For example, here count the occurrence. That is, how many times a number occurs in the array can be done by using a for loop. For example, you are finding x in the array ABC. So you need to go through all the array to find how many times the x is coming in the array. Okay. For this again we use a for loop. So starting for int I is equal to 0, I less than 500, I plus plus. It is because 500 elements. 500 is because of 500 elements. If there are only 5 elements, we use I less than 5. So in this example, here you are trying to int abc is equal to new int of 5. Okay, let's say this is an array of 5 elements, 1 2 3 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which has 1, 7, 6, 1, 2. Okay. Now in this array you want to find how many times 1 occurs. Okay, let's say you want to find the x, which is 1. So you want to find how many times 1 occurs in the array, that is 2 times. How to find it? That you have to go through all the array. Now how to go through all the array? By using a for loop starting from 0. Int I starts from 0, that is from the 0 index. I less than the size of the array 5, I plus plus. Okay. Now if ABC of I is equal to x, then we say that it is found one time. So we'll use a counter here. We increment the counter. Start the counter from 0. Int count is equal to 0. We increment a counter. So now what happens here? The array starts from ABC of 0. Int I 0, I as 0. So 0 is what? 1. ABC of 0 is 1. 1 is equal to 1. It is true. Then it will increment the counter. Now count will become from 0 to 1. So again it will go to the loop. I becomes 1. ABC of 1. ABC of 1 is 7. 7 is equal to 1. It is false. So it will not increment. Here it will go for I. Salam. I as to indicate. خلاص في نهاية المحاضرة أنت لا مشكلة. Now here I, it will increment the I. Now I becomes 2. Now ABC of 2 is 6. So ABC of 2, it is 6. 6 is equal to x, x is 1. 6 is equal to 1, false. So it will not increment again. It will go back. I becomes 3. So ABC of 3. ABC of 3 is 1. So now here again the value of ABC of 3 is 1. So 1 is equal to 1. It is true. It will increment the counter. Now counter becomes 2. Again it will go. I becomes 4. 4 less than 5, true. ABC of 4. ABC of 4 is 2. 2 is equal to 1 is false. It will not increment. I becomes 5. 5 less than 5, false. It will come out of the loop. Now what is the count of I? It is, count of 1. It is 2. So we have 2 ones in the array. So this is how we can also find the number occurrence in the array by using a for loop, which is called as count the occurrences. Determine the presence or absence, or to find whether a number is present in the array or not, can also be done by using a loop. Either we use a for loop or we can use a while loop to check whether the number is present or not in the array. So this is a small code, or this is a code to find whether a number is present in the array or not. So here is a list. The values are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. The number is x. We can give any number, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever number. Okay. And we have a counter here, just to count whether the number has reached or not. Okay. Then we have not found as true. Till the number has not found, you are going to repeat the loop. Once the not found become false, you are going to stop the loop. So while counter is less than list dot length, the length of the list is the number of elements in the list, that is 10. Counter is starting from 0, 0 less than 10, and not found is true. So this is 0 less than true, true and true is true. Now it will check list of counter, that is list of 0 is equal to x or not. For example, x is 1. So list of counter, that is list of 0 is what? 1. 1 is equal to 1, it is true. When it becomes true, not found becomes false, and counter will be incremented to 1, from 0 to 1. Now the not found is false. So again go to the loop. 1 less than 10 true, and not found is false. True and false is false, so it will come out of the loop. If not found, if not found is true, it will be. So not found is false here. So it will go to the else, it will print as found. So it found the number 1 in the list. So like this you can search for a number is present in the list or not by using the loop or by traversing the array. We can also find the first location of the element or a number. Okay. Again we use the same fashion, but we increment, we use a counter here to put the location of the element, the first location of the element. Now working with an array of any size. Now you see here in these examples, we have used the length of the or the size of the array. Int I is equal to 0, I less than 500, that is 500 elements of the array. Okay. Now if we don't know the size of the array, we can use the length variable, array name dot length variable. This will give you the size of the array. So for example here, let's say you have an array int abc is equal to new int of 5. Now abc dot length is nothing but the size of the array, that is 5, which is this one. So here int I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. So this loop will be repeated 5 times, starting from I 0 to 4. So abc dot length or this length variable will give you the size of the array which you declare. Or for example, you have int xyz is equal to new int of 500. Now xyz dot length will give you the value 500. That is the size of the array. So if you write a for loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than xyz dot length. So it means I less than 500, I plus plus. Okay. So if you're working with any size of the array, and at the same time if you don't know the size of the array, we can use the length variable or this length variable to get the size of the array. Now here is some examples for you. Example 1 about the array, which is asking you what is the output of the following code. It has an array with 10 elements. The elements are 10, 12, 14, 20. This is 0th element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 elements 10, 12, 14, 20, 24, 5, 70, 18, 15, 100. There is a variable called counter is 0. So we take counter 0, sum 0, I 0. While I less than my array dot length. What is the length of the array? That is the number of elements in the array. What are the number of elements in the array? That is 10. Well, I less than 10. What is I? 0. 0 less than 10, it is true. When it is true, it will gets in my array of I mod 2 is equal to 0 and my array of I mod 5 is equal to 0. That is the divisible of 2 and divisible of 5. Okay, so take first element, my array of 0, 10. 10 goes with the 2 5 times, remainder 0. 10 goes with the 5 2 times, remainder 0. So it is true. My array of I is 0. Okay, the array is this one, 10, 12. It is given here. Now here my array of I is 0. My array of 0, it is the first element, 10. So 10 mod 2. So 10 mod with a 2, you will get 0. Because 10 goes 2 times with the 2 5 times, remainder 0. Then my array of I, that is again 10. 10 mod 5, it is again 0. It goes 2 times, remainder 0. So it is 0 and it is also 0. So it is true and this is true. True and true is true. Increment the counter, counter becomes 1. Sum is equal to sum plus array of I. Sum is 0, 0 plus array of I, that is array of 0, that is 10. So 10 plus 0, sum is 10. Okay, then I plus plus I becomes 1. Again it goes to the loop, I less than my array dot length, that is 1 less than 10. It is true. When it is true, check for this one, my array of I, that is 12. Mod 2 is equal to 0. This is true. It goes 6 times, remainder 0. Mod 5 is equal to 0. This is false. Because it goes 2 times, remainder 2. 12 divided by 5 goes how many times? 2 times, remainder 2. So it will be false. So true, false, it is false. So it will just increment the I becomes 2. So it goes again, so it finds 20 which is divisible by 2 and divisible by 5. So sum is added, 10 plus 20, 30. Again it goes, 24 is not, 5 is not, 70, it is divisible by 2 and 5. 70 plus 30, 100. Again 18 not, 15 not, 100 is divisible by 2 and 5. 100 plus 100, 200. So you will display this. There are how many numbers? 4 numbers, and the sum is, the counter is increment 2, 3, 4. So 4 numbers and their sum is 200. So you'll get the output. There are 4 elements and their sum is 200. This is the first example with the arrays. Now inverse the array by takes an integer array and returns the another array which contains the same element but the reverse. You need to reverse the array. For example, you have the array with the 5 elements, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. The reverse of this is you create another array with 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. This is the reverse. Okay. Now how to reverse is, you take the last position. The position is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You take the last position, okay, the value of the last position, and put it in the first position of another array. Okay, so this is the, let's say this is an array ABC, and this is the reverse of ABC. Reverse of ABC. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. The index is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's say this is an ABC array. You create another array of same size, name it as reverse of ABC. Same 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now how you'll do? You will take the last element. The last element is length minus 1. That is fourth element. You take the last element and insert in the first as a first element of the reverse. And then you decrement the value. So it means here in this loop you take I is equal to 4. That is length minus 1. And then you go on I minus minus. First 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then 0. Until it goes to I less than 0. Okay. Then you keep on inserting into this one the third element as the second, the fourth as second, the third as the third, and the second element as this fourth, and the first element as the fifth. So you start first the loop int I is equal to m. What is m? N minus 1. What is n? N is the length of the array. What is the length? That is 5. Length is the size of the array. 5. 5 minus 1, it is 4. So you start I is equal to 4, I greater than or equal to 0, I minus minus. And reverse of array of m minus I. So what is m? M is 4. Here m is 4. So I is what? I is equal to I is equal to m. So I is also 4. M is 4. So I is equal to m. I is also 4. So reverse array, which is this one, is 4 minus I. M minus I. M is 4. I is 4. 4 minus 4, 0. 4 minus 4, 0. So reverse array of 0 is equal to array of I. I is what? 4. So array of I is given to the reverse array of 0. This is in array. Let's say this is in array. Its index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the length is 5 elements. So what is n here? 5. What is m? N minus 1. That is 4. So you write here m 4. Then you create another array called reverse array. So this is your reverse array with 5 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You start the loop in I is equal to m. I is equal to m. M is what? 4. I is also 4. I greater than or equal to 0. I is 4. 4 greater than 0. 4 greater than 0. It is true. Comes here reverse of array. This is reverse of array of m minus I. What is m? 4. 4 minus 4, m minus I. M is 4, I is 4. 4 minus 4, 0. So reverse array of 0, which is this one. This is the reverse array. And this is the in array. Reverse array of 0 is this one. So reverse array of 0 is equal to in array of I. Reverse array of 0 is equal to in array of I. So in array of I, in array is this one. I is 4. So in array of 4 is this element. For example, let's say it is 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. What is the element? 50. 50 will be assigned to reverse array of 0. So this will be assigned to here 50. Then again go to the loop. I minus minus. I becomes 3. Reverse array of m minus I. M is 4. 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3. 1. So reverse array of 1 is equal to in array of I is 3. In array of 3. In array of 3 is 40. So reverse array of 1 is equal to in array of 3. So first reverse array of 1 is this one. So 40 will be assigned to first here 40. Again go back to the loop. I becomes I minus minus I becomes 2. I become 2. I'll write here I. Now I becomes 2. M is 4. M as it is 4. So I greater than or equal to 0. 2 greater than or equal to 0, it is true. When it comes to true, reverse array of m minus I. M is 4. 4 minus 2, 2. So it will be now here 2. Reverse array of 2 is this one. In array of 2. In array of 2 is this one. So 30 will be here. Again go to the loop. Again I minus minus I becomes 1. Reverse array of m minus I, that is 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1, 3. So here it is 3. Reverse array of 3, which is this one, is equal to in array of 3. In array of 3 is, I'm sorry, I is what? 1. In array of I, that is 1. In array of 1 is 20. So 20 will be here. So again it will go, I become 0, 0 less than equal to 0. It is true. Again it will come, it will take 10 to the, this is how it will reverse the element of the array. The next example, count odd. You need to count the odd numbers in the array. So it is also easy. You need to have a for loop and check with the modulus operator. Array of I mod 2 is not equal to 0, count plus plus. If it is equal to 0, then it is an even number. If it is not equal to 0, then it is an odd number. Okay. So this is all what you have regarding the arrays. Okay, with these 3 examples, we're done with a one-dimensional array. Okay. The next what we have is about two-dimensional arrays. So we're done with the arrays. Okay. The next we have two-dimensional array. So inshallah we'll continue this in two-dimensional array, how to insert the element and delete the elements from the two-dimensional array in the next meeting. So we'll have the next meeting in which we'll discuss these 2D arrays. Okay. So here for the day we are going to stop and we'll continue inshallah in our next meeting with a two-dimensional array. So if you have any questions you need to ask, you can ask now. Sorry. اليوم بس ايش هو؟ هذا أول محاضرة. ايوه هذا صحيح.